Hello and welcome back to the Vintage Oaks. So we're a bit further in time now from the last episode. Not a lot has really happened in all honesty. I moved the cows to a new grazing pasture, so they're at field 151 now, so they're grazing that pasture. I also fertilized all the arable crops. So in terms of nitrogen now, they're all fine, all good to go. And then I also sold, obviously, the silage bales, which we made in the last episode. I have now sold them. We sold them for 48,500, I believe. And then I think we had a bit of an environmental score bonus for about 860 or 70 pound. So yeah, we made really good money. I was really happy with how much we made, considering we only had about, I think it was about 26 or 27 bales. Can't remember exactly, but I think, yeah, 48.5 grand is really good. So sold them. Other than that, not a lot has happened. Obviously, quite a bit of time has gone by. We're now into the getting into harvest now. So one of our fields is ready to go. We've got the oat field here, which is field 148. Our biggest field, actually, or one of our biggest fields. I think it is probably the biggest field that we own. 18. Yeah, it is the biggest field that we own. So actually, this is going to be our first field to harvest. Technically, this is the second harvest we've done on the oaks, but obviously we have to do a restart on the save game. So yeah, that's that. The cornfield as well, I believe, is ready to forage as well. Yes. So basically, I want to try and get this field knocked out pretty quick, and then we're going to move on to getting this foraged as well, because obviously it'll basically be when we've got both these fields harvested, I believe we will most likely be able to get cows then. I won't have any cut sugar beets to be able to put in the mix, but yeah, in terms of everything else, we'll be able to get a few cows started. So yeah, it's all happening. It is all go. So as you can see, obviously all the kit is up here ready to go. So if we hop in, get the combine started up. There we go. I think the reel is about right. Lift it up a bit maybe. There we go. Should be fine. And off we go. See how this field fares in terms of yield. Obviously I've fertilized it, so it should be pretty good. I've been thinking in terms of crops to mill for grain grist. Obviously we'll do a bit of this to begin with, to mill, but in the long term I'm probably going to do the wheat and the barley, because oats is worth quite a decent bit of money, as you know, to sell. So I'd rather sell it and use crops which aren't quite as good money wise to feed to the cows. So yeah, yield wise so far so good, looking nice. Obviously with this being our biggest field, you know, and if it yields overall pretty much 100%, then it won't matter, you know, milling a little bit of it to feed the cows. So I mean, at the moment anyway, I've not got anywhere near a decent bit of money to be able to even buy any cows, so it's going to be a bit off yet. We've obviously got a few cows in the suckler herd, which owing calf currently, so we'll have a few offspring from those as well, which will be good. But yeah, so far so good on the yield front. It's obviously going to take us a bit of a while to get through this field. But I think with this combine, it'll make short work of it still, even if it is just me who's harvesting it and combining it. I may get the worker doing a bit when we actually get into the main bit of the field, but for the most part, I'm going to do the majority of the field myself. So try and save on costs a bit like that. Yeah, 18 hectare field, big old field this. Obviously as well, when we've harvested it, we'll have to crack on and get it baled as well, so yeah, gonna start getting into a busy old time of the year now, harvest. Which is good, I think, because things have been quite steady for the most part at the moment, so yeah, it'd be good to get into some proper work now. Right then, so we've got a full trailer load of oats. So we're going to head back and tip this in the shed. I haven't quite emptied the combine, be about half full still, so we'll obviously have to come and load it again when we get back to the field. But yeah, first trailer load going in. Right, and here we go. It's first time me tipping in these sheds, so hopefully they are going to withstand grain being tipped in them. It's always a good start. There we go. Perfect. First trailer load is in. There we go. We'll go and get another one now then. Yes, it's interesting really how this field's ready, but none of the others are. Obviously, I know the maize field is, but yeah, none of the other cereal crop fields are. Still, probably not a bad thing because it'll give us time to, like I say, forage the maize field. So I suppose saying about being able to get cows when we've harvested both fields, I'll obviously, of course, I forgot, we'll have to wait until the maize chaff ferments into silage. So by the time that's fermented, we may have harvested the other fields anyway, so here we go. Perfect. Here we go. We'll crack on with a bit more. Some parts yielding better than others. The bottom end of the field not quite so much, but for the most part, the field is yielding pretty well, which is good. So was definitely worthwhile putting some nitrogen on it. Yeah, we'll crack on, get a few trailer loads done. Obviously got a long way ahead of us to go with this field. Right then, so I finished the headlands. I've obviously started making a cut into the field now, so well and truly into it now. Still yielding really well. I've tipped another load of grain. I think we've got half a tray load at the moment, so yeah, still yielding really well, which is good. So yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Should hopefully get plenty of bales off this field as well. So that will obviously, we'll store what we can in the shed, but whatever we can't get in, we'll obviously sell as well. So that'll be more money for us, which would be brilliant. Could definitely do with it at the moment. Right then, I have cracked on a fair old bit. We're about halfway through the field now, probably just over halfway, looking at it. So yeah, overall the field has yielded really well. Obviously that sort of bottom corner of the field, not particularly great, but overall the field has yielded really good. So I mean, I would say, as a bit of a guess, why the field, yeah, straight away I knew why it hadn't yielded so well, because that bottom corner is all silty clay, so it's to be expected, to be fair. But luckily, it's only that little bit down the bottom. We haven't got the whole field in silty clay, so it's obviously why it makes more sense to plant this in a crop where it's worth a decent amount of money. I mean, the one thing is, I could plant canola in here, but then obviously the straw, not only can we use it for animal bedding, but we can sell it as well. Whereas canola straw, it's only really, when you come to sell it, you're only going to be able to sell it to, in real life, this is like to a biogas plant, to be able to burn it, a straw power plant, I should say, rather, to be able to burn it. So not worth in real life a massive amount. So this, where we've got a grain which is worth decent money, and then the straw which we've got two different uses for. This, for me, seems the best money making cereal crop to do. So I think in terms of next year, we'll definitely plant this in oats again. It's obviously our only oat field. We've got 2 barley fields and then 2 wheat fields. So I think next year, I think what I'm going to do is probably plant 4 fields of barley, because obviously we want to mill, or I might do 3. Or what we could do is maybe do the 2 that are wheat fields now, do them in barley, and then do the other 2 that are currently barley now, do them in wheat. Have a switch around, and do it like that. Obviously, when I get more into like doing pigs and things like that, that's when I'm going to need to do a varied bunch of fields. But for the most part at the moment, it's food for the cows and then making a bit of money as well at the same time. So but yeah, probably cutting into the field for the last time. We have got that bottom bit to do. That's not too much. Yeah, should hopefully definitely get this knocked out before in-game lunchtime, which is brilliant. None of the other fields are ready to harvest, so I think what I'm probably going to do is, there maybe is some contract ones. which I can do. Yeah, there's a few contract ones. So probably take this back to the yard. Probably blow the dust out and whatnot. Refill it with fuel and then maybe do a few contracts. But until the other fields of ours that are ready. But then before I do that, obviously, as I said before at the start, I want to get that maize field chaffed, put in the clamp. So yeah, lots and lots of work to be cracking on with, which is good. Obviously, as well, in the mix of all that, we'll have this field to bale as well and cart back. So I think it'd be back to a bit of a mixture of doing stuff on videos and off screen, or maybe in a live stream. Probably a live stream, to be fair. Yeah, this still yielding well at this top end, so that's good. Obviously the soil is the biggest thing. So yeah, we're getting about 100% where the sandy loam is, and then we're getting about the 125, 120 where the loam is. So I'm interested to see how the loamy sand is going to yield, whether that's going to be like the silty clay or yeah, I'm interested to see how that'll yield. Obviously on the other ones we've got quite a bit of loamy sand as opposed to loam, so yeah, gonna be interesting. The shed is filling up nicely. Things we like to see. A full grain shed. Obviously not completely full, but for one field, pretty good. Lovely. There we go. Try not to hit the door on the way out. Perfect. There we go. Not sure how many trail loads I've done now. I've done quite a few. Probably, I'd say probably around the six or seven, maybe a bit more, 7 or 8. So we definitely must have, because this is holding about 11 tons, so 60-70 tons at least in that shed. Be a good payday. Going up to the combine again. They're quite short passes now, so shouldn't take us too long to get this this field finished. Like I say, should get it done before lunchtime. Go. Perfect. Off we go again. Right then, we are on the last pass. Not got too much left to do. Probably in the nick of time, to be honest, with how low we are on fuel. But yeah, last bit, and that'll be this field done, our first field harvested. Overall, the field has yielded, I would say, pretty good. Just apart from that corner, but obviously, as we said, we know why it hasn't yielded particularly well in that corner, just the soil. Yeah, there we go. Get this last bit unloaded. Hopefully it'll all fit in the trailer. Fingers crossed. Whoops. Was that it? Oh. Damn. Right. Leave this here then. We'll go and take this back and get it tipped. Last full trailer load in anyway. Perfect. I think that is probably where I will end it for today. I'll obviously bring back the combine, get it unfilled and whatnot, get it fueled up. I think in terms of our other fields, it's just waiting for when they're ready to harvest now. They're still growing. I'm hoping sort of in the next couple of days they'll be ready to harvest. They're dark green at the moment, so means they can't be far off. So yeah, that's where we're going to end it. I think the two fields are close. Yeah, they're both barley, so that's probably what we'll try and crack on with next time. Whether I do maybe some contract harvesting in the meantime as well. But I've got a few harvesting contracts, so I could do them on stream. So, but yes. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. As always, if you have enjoyed it, please remember to hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye, guys.